This episode may contain content that could be distressing or objectionable to certain listeners. Please refer to the episode show notes for details. Discretion is advised. Hello, listeners. Welcome to Your Movie, My Movie with Dan and Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Steve. This is a podcast where one of us picks a movie to watch and we discuss it together. In this episode, we're talking about one of my picks, the 2008 movie Righteous Kill, starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Curtis Jackson, Carla Gugino, Donnie Wahlberg, Trilby Glover, Brian Dennehy, and John Leguizamo. Written by Ed Shearmer and directed by John Avnet. We will be talking about spoilers, so if you want to watch the movie first, now's the time to do so. But before we talk about the movie, Dan, who would you recommend this movie to?
I would recommend this movie to people who want to see Hollywood's sexiest power couple, Pacino, a.k.a. De Nino.
Okay.
That's their ship name.
Okay, very good. Very good.
But not with The Irishman or Heat or, a movie with as much prestige.
Like The Godfather, Part 2?
Or that, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about you, Steve? Who would you recommend this movie for?
Well, Dan, I recommend this movie for podcasters whose co-hosts make them watch Big Gold Brick.
Steve is beaming right now with his hands on his hips. His head just like wobbling with the satisfaction of getting me.
Mm-hmm.
You got me.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick this movie?
I'm so glad you asked, Daniel. I picked this movie for two reasons.
Well, you just said one.
Mm-hmm. No. I picked this movie for two reasons. Fuck and you. What'd you think, motherfucker, that I was going to forget? You think I was just going to let that go? You think I wasn't going to come back at you with something? No, motherfucker.
Whoa.
I'm of Irish heritage, okay? We don't let grudges go. We take care of them. It might take a while, but we still do it, motherfucker. Okay?
Whoa.
Okay?
This is the Grudge Match episode.
Yeah.
Starring Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone. Grudge Match.
Well, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Exactly.
At their worst. Yeah. So talk about this movie, motherfucker.
I've been duped. Wow. I thought you genuinely liked this movie. Did you?
No!
What? You didn't like this movie? You just picked it just to fuck with me?
Yes! I saw this movie on Amazon Prime, and I decided to check it out. And I fell asleep after the first 20 minutes. And that's how I knew it'd be the great pick to get back at you, motherfucker. Yeah, take it.
You're so fucking weird. I love you so much.
I love you, Daniel. I love you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a reveal.
Uh-huh.
Well,
hey, I'm like Al Pacino in this movie. I'm the chess master.
Oh my god.
Just biding my time.
Oh my gosh.
Until the right moment to strike.
I thought it was just another weird ass pick, like Random Hearts, that I just wasn't gonna get at first, but you were gonna explain to me in your infinite wisdom how this is a great movie. But no, it was a long con. It was an hour and 40-minute con.
Yeah, like this movie. What a twist! Who's really been the bad guy all along, Daniel?
You?
Yes! Yes, absolutely me. Absolutely me. But because you betrayed me, you made me lose my faith. Which, these are jokes you'll only get if you watch this movie, which nobody should watch this movie.
Don't watch it. I thought it was going to be explained to me by you how this is a good movie.
No.
Or if I read it right, that it would be good. Okay. All right. Cool. At least we're on the same page.
Yeah.
God.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What a bland ass movie.
So.
What a bootlicking bland ass movie this is.
Here's the thing. So. Big old brick. Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Critic score is 21%.
Mm-hmm.
Audience score 66%.
Whoa.
A big old brick. Okay.
Whoa.
Now, for the Rotten Tomatoes score for Righteous Kill, critic score 18%. Audience score 37%. So the most surprising thing about this reveal is that 2/3 of the people who cared enough to talk about Big Old Brick like it, which is just insane to me.
Yeah.
It's utterly insane to me. But technically, I picked a movie.
You picked a movie that was worse.
Worse. So don't try me. Don't try me no more. I'll do it. You know I can. Okay? Got to put you in your place.
I want to do it again, Steve, and you can get back.
You do so at your own peril, motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say. You know I can do it.
You are devious. I had no idea this was your plan. You played this so cool. You played this cool as a cucumber.
I got a cold, dead heart, motherfucker. You just got frostbite.
Well, fuck you. I'm going to tell you all the reasons I love this movie.
Okay. You can do that. Okay.
And I'm going to talk about it for 2 hours like I did for Big Gold
No,
Brick.
you are not. No, you are not. Okay. I don't have a lot to talk about this movie. I just want to, let's just go through some of the, the great quotes. Let's talk about the actors involved first, because this movie has actors.
It does have actors.
I just named them all. Robert De Niro.
You missed some.
That is true.
Yes.
or at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in their first team up since Heat.
Their sleepiest.
Well, it has Robert De Niro's narration throughout the entire fucking movie, and it is a very sleepy narration. Very sleepy. And yeah, it's so great. It's so great because at the end, at the climax, when Al Pacino jumps over that rail and down the hole, Bobby D follows behind them. It's like, no, those are not that.
Why did you think that was going to look cool? Why did you think we would believe that?
So yeah, their first team up since Heat now. So they were in Godfather Part 2. And they never shared scenes together.
Right.
And then they were in Heat. And for most of the movie, they didn't share scenes. They did have some, but it was, very small. And that was great. They're in every scene together, or at least where Robert De Niro is not banging Carla Gugino.
Oh,
It's
man.
it's god awful. Carla Gugino. Is it? Oh God, I can't. I'm too redneck to say Italian names, right?
Is she Italian or is she of Spanish heritage?
I don't know.
I assume she's Spanish heritage because she's in the Spy Kids movie.
You're right. She does. Let's see.
But I would assume that's how you say it, Gugino.
No, her father is of Italian descent, and her mother is of English and Irish descent.
I'm just plain wrong then. I'm sorry.
Yes, which means Robert De Niro cast her because she's a good actress.
What? Okay.
Well, Robert Rodriguez, he likes to cast.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Latinx actors is his preference. And she is in both the Spy Kids, which is how you know her.
Yes.
And I know her from Sin City.
Yes.
Which are two very different franchises.
Both by Robert Rodriguez.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, Carla. And Gugino. a pre-Blue Bloods Donnie Wahlberg.
My favorite actor of all time.
Well, he plays a New York cop in this movie.
Yeah.
So, I can't help but think that
yeah.
This movie is what got him the role for Blue Bloods.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Bloods is such a...
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
I recently started watching Chicago Fire.
Okay.
It's a show on NBC, and the executive producer is Dick Wolf, who did the Law and Order series.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just such a soap opera. Low on the procedurals and heavy on the melodrama. So I like to describe it. But it has it doesn't have just white people in it.
Okay.
So I like to describe it as it's Blue Bloods for people who are tolerant of people of color.
Nice.
So yeah. John Leguizamo.
Yep.
Absolutely wasted.
Yeah.
But he usually is in most movies he's in, unfortunately. So
yeah,
he's a great performer.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Dennehy.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh God.
From Ratatouille fame.
Rambo, First Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also in
Tommy Boy.
Yes, he's in Tommy Boy. But he was also in one of the Harrison Ford thrillers.
Presumed Innocent.
That's it.
Presumed Innocent.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian Dennehy is...
All of which you should watch before this movie.
You should watch any movie before this movie.
Yes. Yes.
Including Big Gold Brick.
Yes. Thank you. It's better than this. It's better than this movie.
I mean...
It's more interesting than this movie.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It is longer, though. I'll give it that as a minus.
But Big Gold Brick feels so much longer than this movie.
It is. It's so much longer than this movie.
Big Gold Brick.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I just want to get the fuck out of there. But this movie, it's just like it's like Oblivion slowly, coming in and
it feels like Dementia, the movie.
Folding my consciousness into darkness, and I just let go and slip into darkness and oblivion and sleep. So
this is a movie.
I would probably watch this movie before I'd watch Big Old Brick, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Understandable. Because
it has such great actors, if nothing else.
That's true.
And that's what a twist!
Okay, I didn't hate. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't hate everything about this movie,
Okay.
but it was pretty close.
Okay. Okay.
I will. How should I talk about this movie? How do you want to talk?
Well,
about
if you want to talk about the things you like, you can.
I was guessing in the middle there who the killer was.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if it was Karen.
Mm-hmm. Let's just call them by the actors'
Gugino.
names. Okay, Carla.
Carla Gugino. I wasn't sure if it was her or Pacino. Or it could have been Leguizamo.
Can I tell you, I never cared. I never cared.
Well,
not once.
I was trying to care because I thought this was a pick. I didn't know this was a gotcha pick. So yeah, I was trying to care.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so that was a I don't know. I don't know. Sort of a redeeming aspect to this boring pile of horse shit. I don't know. What was? Go ahead.
Do you want to end the episode now?
No. We're gonna talk about this movie.
Okay.
That's what we do, Steve. That's our job.
Well, we have for 16 minutes.
That's not long enough, Steve.
Okay.
I didn't drive all the way over here just to get duped. I'm going to talk about this movie.
Okay.
Well, we should talk about this movie. We should talk about why we hate it, why we don't like it. That way that something can be gained from this. I will not let my sacrifice go in vain. Okay, so we started with a weird gun porn intro.
We're not... Well, hold on.
No. I'm talking about the things I don't like about this movie.
Okay, but first, you need to do the 2-minute summary.
So I just bonked the mic. I had to cut that out. Okay. 2-minute summary. I hate you.
I love you, Daniel.
Okay, all right. I don't even give a shit on this one, so I'm starting now.
Okay.
All right, so Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, they fixed a crime scene once. They're badass cops. They've been on the force for almost 40 years. They've been partners for a long time. They fixed a crime scene to put away a child murderer because he got off scot-free because of some corporate bullshit or whatever, bureaucratic stuff. But now there's been a series of murders that have happened. And guess what? It's a cop. And throughout the story, Robert De Niro is confessing to the entire thing. And we're witnessing all the clues stacking up against him. We're thinking he's going to get caught. And in the end, we find out that it's not him. It's his partner, Al Pacino. And we thought it was supposed to be Robert De Niro the whole time. Robert De Niro is having a fling with the younger lady who is played by whatever her name is. I'm sorry. From Spy Kids. She's
Ensign City.
Ensign City. She's the forensic investigator detective. Then they're also being investigated by Leguizamo and Wahlberg. And they kind of don't find out in the end. Al Pacino reveals himself in the end by shooting Curtis 50 Cent Jackson in the back of the head. Rest in peace. And then there's a long sit down where the two old men explain to each other what happened. And also Al Pacino assaults Robert De Niro's wife so that Robert De Niro will try and kill him in the end, but it doesn't work because Robert De Niro doesn't want to kill him in cold blood. That was weird. There's still 10 seconds left on this. Al Pacino was a chess player, apparently. And we find that out in the beginning. Yeah. I'm awake.
Wonderful. Now nobody else has to watch this movie. Yeah. So there are some surprising actors in this movie.
Yes. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson being one of them.
Well, but he was wasn't his name listed in the credits at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were talking about that skater guy.
Yeah, Rob Dyrdek.
Uh-huh.
I think that's how you say his name.
Okay.
He's like one of the famous skaters of the 2000s or the 90s. And you know, he went on to have his own show forever on MTV on Ridiculousness, I believe he was on forever. I could be wrong. I wasn't an MTV watcher, but I know him from Nitro Circus. He's been in Jackass. You know, he's a white skater. It's just surprising to see him in this movie as an actor. I don't think he's done much actual acting.
And what was his character? It was a skateboy pimp.
Yes. The scene where he dies is so lame because like it's so silly looking. He gets shot and he falls in the most weird way. But his name is Rambo. Rambo the pimp.
Well, that's Brian Dennehy's in the movie, so
yeah.
I
haven't seen Rambo, but he told me he's
it's
in
such a great movie. I'll have to pick that as an essential watch. I think it's really good.
I don't believe you anymore, Steve.
Maybe
you've broken my trust.
Yeah, maybe you're the chess master now. or is this gonna go like the way of The Prestige? Where it's just a downward spiral of revenge through terrible.
They're all your hats, Mr. Steven.
Yeah, they're all my hats. Yeah.
They're all your hats, Mr. Andrew.
So I saw some surprising actors as well.
Go for it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Sterling
ahead.
K. Brown.
Sterling K. Brown.
He was one of the interviewers. He's the black interviewer.
Is he?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God, he is.
Yeah, this looks like one of his earlier roles because it's not a big role at all.
Absolutely.
Supporting role.
Yeah. I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah. He kills it.
Yeah. He's great in what little he has to do. Let's see. The other actor is Frank John Hughes. And he played the criminal that they framed him. You know, they framed the gun, they planted the gun. He's the criminal.
Okay, yeah.
He was on Band of Brothers with Donnie Wahlberg.
Whoa. Interesting.
Yeah, so there's that connection. And then you know the big Russian guy?
Yeah.
The actor's name is Oleg Taktarov.
Okay.
And he was in Predators, which is a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Whoa. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
And that's it.
Oh, he played the Russian guy in that then.
Oh, yeah, the Russian guy from this movie plays the Russian guy in Predators. Yeah. Who would have thought? Gee, I wonder what else he plays in the other movies he's Yeah.
Good shit.
Thank you.
So, this movie was my least favorite thing about this movie is that it was completely amoral. It had no message.
Well, it had nothing.
It was empty.
Yeah.
It was an empty bag of pages and celluloid.
It tried to be very hard hit. It tried to be very hard edged, very noir. And it just utterly fails. Just utterly fails.
Yeah. But like, what would? Because you can't find a moral in this.
Well, yeah, there's nobody that you care about in this movie.
No, but what I'm talking about the moral, the message. Maybe that cops are good, or that they're good cops, or something. I don't know.
Well, so at some point in the show, I just want to go through the quotes.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of great
That was one of the plus sides of this movie. There was some funny dialogue.
Can we go through it?
Sure, Steve.
Okay.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Okay.
Can I do one?
Yeah.
Here, you can lick my balls anytime.
Yes, but what's right before that is yeah, here you can lick my balls anytime. That's great. But right before it, she's got my sperm level so low, I've got to sit down and take a piss.
Yes.
Just all this out of context dialogue.
Yeah.
Let's see. This thing was a clusterfuck to end all clusterfucks, which is, very, very cliche.
Mm-hmm. Underdog was a speed freak?
Yes, because in 2008, who wouldn't know about Underdog? Do you?
I do know about Underdog because I watched the live action remake.
Okay. Not for nothing. Light years measure distance, not time. That's a quote. Roses are red, violets are blue. I want to poke out your fucking eyes with my dick, you fuck. Now, is that a quote from the movie, or is that just me talking to Daniel about being a prick? Let's see. Is it killing time, or is he just killing time? That's not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
The name doesn't ring a bell, but I've had so many altar boys over the years.
Uh-huh.
A very sinister sounding phrase. And then not long after it, I am removing a card that has been inserted in the rectum of the deceased and placing it in a plastic bag.
Nice.
This is from a cop. I hate scumbags. I like shooting people. What was I giving up? Let's see. It's been a long time since you've set me on your lap and told me you loved me.
Oh, God.
Yep. Another quote from one of the cops. The only thing in this life that gave me any satisfaction was killing those fucks. And that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
I mean, one of the quotes that wasn't bad was, most people respect the badge, everybody respects the gun.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, very noir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can be a motherfucker at your own risk.
Yeah.
There's something about an infield fly ball rule.
Oh, yeah. That's
a lot of baseball metaphors.
Yeah.
Another one, I guess maybe there is some sort of message. I thought everyone would look at me the way cops look at civilians and know which ones are dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Because hint, hint, they don't know which ones are dirty.
No, they don't.
Because you can't tell that by looking at people.
No, you cannot.
So maybe that was the message. Maybe
No,
it doesn't matter.
no,
It doesn't matter.
no.
Don't watch it.
No, there is no message to this movie. The message to this movie is that somebody wrote a screenplay, and then somebody wanted the job of directing it, and then they managed to get Robert De Niro and Al Pacino on board,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got everybody else on board so they could work with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Unfortunately, it was not a good script. So, this movie proves, it doesn't matter what kind of talent you have if you have a terrible script. Especially, so Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, they are great actors.
Mm-hmm.
They are great actors.
Uh-huh.
But they are also both men of a certain age in which, and, they've had such great success
Mm-hmm.
throughout their career. but there's comes a point where, you know, they may not care so much anymore.
Yeah.
And this movie kind of proves that, unfortunately.
True.
Yeah.
Because,
you know, this was, let's see, almost 20 years ago. Like,
this was 2008.
Yeah, but I can't do math at the moment.
So it was
3 years, 17 years ago.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. It's 2024 right now.
Oh, 2024. Okay.
It was like what, 14? No. God,
Okay.
16 years ago.
18. Yeah, 16. You're right. Yeah. I was close.
You were close.
But Robert De Niro, he just did Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
Which he's incredible at.
He did a great job at that one.
But, you know, he's also not walking in any of those scenes. But even so. But even so.
He did great in The Irishman, too.
I have not seen it, but...
Both of them did great in The Irishman.
Okay.
I love The Irishman.
Okay, I've heard a lot of mixed things about The Irishman.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially because of the aging technology.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but
yeah,
I like the movie itself.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but I don't know. I'm not like a Scorsese dick sucker necessarily.
Okay.
But I do like Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I am. I don't know. I didn't like Killers of the Flower Moon that much. I'll put it
Really?
Yeah, we've talked about this. A little bit.
Okay. I did not know that you did not like it that much.
It was okay.
Oh, I thought it was great.
It didn't hit me the same way. I didn't have the same heart reaction to it.
Okay.
Because it was the same thing over and over and over again for 3 hours.
Okay.
I don't know. To me, there wasn't anything super surprising. There was one scene I really liked,
mm-hmm.
which you know was the payoff of the movie. I think, which was effective. But to me, the rest of it, getting there could have been better, in my opinion.
Well, what I love about that movie, is just how casually evil old white men can exploit others for just pure profit.
Yeah.
Which is utterly evil.
Yeah.
So that's why that movie resonated with me so much. So
true. I dig.
Yeah. And how casually they talked about their cruelty and were willing to do that cruelty against other human beings. Which shows, you know, how much they don't see them as human beings.
That's true. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I didn't hate it. But, you know, again, I kind of base movies on my feeling reaction to them. So if I don't feel it, it's I'm just less likely to like
it. Valid. That's valid. Can we end the episode now?
No, Steve. We can't.
Okay.
We have an obligation to our listeners.
Well, they're not paying for it, except for
the Patreon.
Well, the Patreons are, yeah. And if you would like to become a member of our Patreon, just go to patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast. We have 3 tiers. The $1 tier, where you can get our monthly newsletter by text. Our $5 a month tier, where you can also get an audio reading of our monthly newsletter. And then there is the $10 tier, where you can become a bestest friend of the show, and we give you a little shout out at the end of each episode. So if you would like to become a member of our Patreon, that's patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good one. Okay. So
we'll do this for them.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tom the Turk Cowan, Robert De Niro's character, he was supposed to be the good guy. He was not a good guy. One thing I did not get about this movie.
Well, this is noir, Daniel, where, you know, good people do a little bad and bad people do a little good.
Sure. But he was just a racist.
It's a lot of very casual racism in this movie.
Yeah.
And not so casual, very, very brutal racism as well.
Yes, right off the bat, in the very beginning of the movie, you just like 50 Cent is handcuffed to a pole and he's just kicking the shit out of him.
Well, to be fair, okay, Al Pacino did see Stubbs in another room, barely through a crack.
Are you defending the white man right now? Are you defending the fucking white cops who are beating people up who are already chained to a pole?
I'm being very facetious. Okay. Because as soon as you see another guy with a gun, even though here in the United States we do have Second Amendment rights for our firearms, so much so that we can't stop school shootings. But as soon as a cop sees a black guy with a pistol, they got to blast away at him. So.
Okay, I didn't know you were being facetious.
Yes, I'm glad.
Thank you. Sorry. I can't tell because you're a stone cold motherfucker who I will never play poker with. Because I can't play poker anyways. But anyways.
Well, I don't play poker. I play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, that's going to my Stephen quote book. Well, I don't play poker. I play Magic the Gathering.
That's right. That's right, motherfucker. I'll bluff you with a blue deck. I know you have no idea what that means.
I'm going to pretend to be terrified.
Okay, you should be.
But okay. They said that 50 Cent was like supposedly
he's a drug dealer.
But was he supposed to be responsible for some homicide? They said that, but I didn't know what the fuck that was about.
Wait. You mean this script has moments where things don't make sense? like the part in the movie where we see Robert De Niro, where Carla comes walking out of the kitchen with this black, dress on, slinking, having her hips sway back and forth. And then we cut to Robert De Niro laying face down on the kitchen floor without his shirt, showing a scar, and then he just picks himself up and just starts slowly putting his shirt back on, and we have no fucking clue what just fucking happened? Are you saying there are some plot holes and maybe things that were filmed but were cut out, but then they had to keep some stuff in, but they didn't know what to do? Are you saying that happened in this movie, Daniel?
Why are you yelling at me? You picked this movie.
You made me, motherfucker. Don't you put this on me. You earned this retribution, okay? So you take it. You take it, motherfucker.
I think this is the most we've ever sworn in our entire catalog of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let me just talk about how racist this movie is.
Yes.
Because there was no... Because who gives
the part on the subway? Where? What? The part on the subway where Robert De Niro, he's just sitting down in the subway, and then he looks, down the subway car, and there's just somebody sitting there minding their own business, and then, for lack of a better word, hooligans come bother him. And they're
hooligans. They're all minorities.
Yes. They are all people of color. Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. And he's the man of the law who sees them.
There's a quote, and I did not write it down. Because it was so racist. Where they've got the lawyer, the white, blonde, pretty young woman lawyer.
Oh yeah, holy shit!
And they're going to send her in with a wire to try to, get him to admit that he sold drugs to her. And it's like, it's something like, we don't get a lot of these. We don't get a lot of corporate lawyers like you. We usually get I don't want to say it.
It was basically like African American
junkie whores.
Yeah. And then they basically called all African American, like, I don't know if it was all African Americans or all African American drug addicts, like stupid, basically. And they called her stupid at the same time, saying that she was dumber than them.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Just awful.
Yeah.
So yeah. Don't make racist movies.
Yeah.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they're not good.
I mean, cops are racist, but how accurate of a depiction do we need of cops being racist in movies?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? Like, because I mean, French Connection. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
He's a racist cop.
Yeah, but I also think the 1970s are a little bit different. Well, I mean, maybe not so different in 2008. So I don't know.
Systems are still there.
Yeah,
I don't think anything much has changed.
Yeah, but do we need to see it? Like, do people know? Do people don't know in this day and age of Black Lives Matter? Well, but this was 2008. But people even so,
I don't know. What do you mean? Like, if you're gonna show it, then don't be a racist and show it like a non-racist person would. I don't know.
Or maybe show some nice black people in your movie.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Okay.
Are you saying we've had enough of it? We don't need to show the black trauma anymore?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Of course, as a white man, who am I to say?
True. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also white.
Well, that's good for our listeners to know.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah. God. Well, Sierra probably, I'm sure she pointed it out earlier. So.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Maybe not everybody listens to us in order. This episode just might be the first episode that somebody listens to.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. We're done, right? We're done now. I'm done.
Are you done with this episode now?
Yeah. For 50 Cent, but he got his paycheck. So
yeah. Well, I'm sure this movie didn't hit. I'm sure this movie did not hurt anybody's career because people would have had to watch this movie.
Yes.
To know about it for it to have hurt.
Have you seen Insomnia?
I have not.
With Al Pacino, Robin Williams.
I saw a movie where it begins with Robert De Niro, not Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. And he is washing a blood stain off of a shirt cuff.
Okay.
That might be Insomnia. But if it is, I don't remember Robin Williams in it.
Okay.
So
that was Christopher Nolan's second studio movie after Memento. So that was his first mainstream movie.
Okay.
I think it was his first Warner Brothers movie.
Okay. I might also be mixing that up with, what is it? 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams, which I have not seen.
I own that movie, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, that's a good movie.
Okay.
It's much better than this one.
Well, there's a movie that's not so good, but it is entertaining, called it's with Colin Farrell. The Recruit.
Okay.
Recruit. Yeah, and it's got what's her name? Is it Michelle Monaghan? No, that's not it. Let's see. Well, it's that's a Netflix thing. Bridget Monahan. Well, no. Bridget Moynihan. And she is in Blue Bloods. Yeah, she's in Blue Bloods and iRobot. So.
Oh, okay.
If you want to watch a movie with Al Pacino and an actor from Blue Bloods, you can watch The Recruit. Although it's kind of not good too, but it's a lot better than this one. Well, not a lot. It's complicated.
Okay.
You know? Perfectly said, Daniel. Perfectly said. Well said. Well said.
But yeah. Insomnia.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
If you're ever thinking about watching this movie, just watch Insomnia. You're welcome.
Okay.
Not that Insomnia is the best movie I've ever seen. It's pretty good. It's decent.
Well, I think I saw it, but I forgot it. So
Gotcha.
how good can it really be?
There you go.
Watch and find out.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Anything else you want to talk about? Any tangents?
You
want me to look up the inside fly ball rule?
No. No.
I like the metaphor. I thought it was interesting.
I play Magic the Gathering, not baseball.
All right.
Except for Little League. And when I was put in
outfield,
right field.
Yeah.
Like not just outfield, but like the worst part of the outfield. So.
Cool.
Yeah. The poems, the poems.
The killer leaves poems.
Yeah. That's
Pacino leaves poems because he's a poet.
Yeah. I wish I had them so I could read them out.
But right off the bat, the movie shows that Pacino is a chess player.
Yeah.
And he says that Bobby Fischer ended his life being a paranoid guy. And so I was like, oh, I guess it's him then.
That's when you knew.
Yeah.
Well, I knew when Carla found that one poem that was written by Bobby D, but she said that the handwriting didn't match.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't watch this movie all the way through.
It did do a good job of making me forget that I knew it was Al Pacino because he was a chess guy, and only chess guys are either really good or they're really bad. There's no the strategies guys are usually
Well, I mentioned before on previous podcasts that Nicholas Meyer, the director of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan and Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. I watched Wrath of Khan with the director commentary on, and he said that if you want the audience to forget something, show it at the very beginning.
Yes.
And they'll forget. And then when it comes up back in later in the movie, they'll remember it again.
You just mentioned that on the podcast too.
Okay.
Yeah. But what was I saying? What was I thinking about?
Al Pacino and Chess Master.
Yes, Al Pacino. Oh, I was wondering if it was going to be like Robert De Niro is protecting his lover, and she was the killer all along. I thought that could have been a possibility.
Well, now I'm totally confused because, well, maybe, I don't know. Because the sex scenes in this movie are just fucking weird and I don't understand them.
What do you mean? Why?
Because, so we never see anything on screen. We only ever see after, like I mentioned with the kitchen, but that just doesn't make sense. But then there's that other shot of Carla taking it from behind, but it's like hidden. They're partly hidden behind a wall.
Yeah.
So we just see her from like the chest up.
Yeah.
So we don't really see who's doing it from behind.
But we see another shot of De Niro doing it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's true too. It's because, so I was thinking like, are we supposed to think that was Al Pacino?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think it was trying to do that thing where it throws us for a loop to see if she's to make us think. It did make me wonder if she was the killer. I'll say that it did that somewhat effectively. It didn't give her enough.
Okay. Well, I never cared who the killer was, so I just can't.
That's fair. All right, well, let's shut down the episode then. Okay. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Okay. Do you have anything more you want to say?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just stop making movies about the NYPD being. Just stop making movies about the NYPD, please.
Okay.
Please. We've had enough.
Uh-huh.
Film history has had enough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need.
That's true. They haven't changed yet, so. Can you say anything new about them?
I don't know.
Okay.
Before you go, a special thank you to our bestest friend of the show, Brian. Thank you, Brian, for supporting Your Movie, My Movie. Now, if any of you would like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast or leave us a review on whatever you're listening to us on. Thank you for listening and thank you for your support. Well, I'm broken. You broke me.
You did it to yourself, Dan. You did it to yourself. Just so
like
you
the
know.
Radiohead song.
I only know Creep.
Steven showed me Richard Cheese's version of Creep. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
You do it to yourself. Mm-hmm. You do. You and no one else. Anyways, okay, cut that out. Cut that shit. Cut it out of there. Okay. I didn't sing badly on the podcast.
Okay.
You didn't hear that.
I also introduced you to One Night in Bangkok.
Yes, which is kind of a really cool sounding song.
Yeah.
Very funny too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get all the jokes because I'm dumb, but Steven was laughing and I was glad.
Well, to be fair, like, I don't know if they are meant to be there or not. So
it could be camp.
And it could just be me in my own mind trying to make this stuff up.
Okay.
So who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
And I keep trying to get Steven into System of a Down, but it's not working.
It's not going to work. That's not me, man. It's just not me.
It's fair.
You know, I'm a lazy country boy. There's no way, I'm going to mosh to that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad music.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying it's just not me. It's not my vibe.
Right.
It's okay, for people's whose vibe it is.
Yeah.
But it's just not my vibe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Okay. You can turn it off now, Steve.
You sure?
Stop recording.
You sure?
Yeah. Please, God, stop. Make it stop. Please.
8 more minutes and we have an hour.
Okay. Do you want to talk for? All right.
No, we're done.
Okay, we can.
Bye.